Christmas is a time when laughter fills the air, the aroma of freshly baked cookies dances through the home, and families come together to celebrate love and unity. But amidst the twinkling lights and festive cheer, there are stories that remind us of the shadows that sometimes touch this season. Imagine a young girl waking up on Christmas morning, surrounded by silence, feeling the weight of her family's absence, realizing that the joy of the holidays isn't guaranteed. This is the story of my daughter, who found herself spending Christmas in an empty house. It was an unexpected turn of events, one shaped by decisions made long before the decorations went up and the music began to play. With my family expressing there was simply no room for her at their celebration, I had to grapple with what it meant for a child to experience this pivotal holiday alone. As a mother, the holidays have always held a special place in my heart. It's not just about the gatherings or the gifts, it's about creating memories that last a lifetime. But when I learned that my daughter wouldn't be included, a part of me felt broken. The festive spirit I cherished seemed to slip through my fingers like snowflakes, leaving behind an aching emptiness. I couldn't help but wonder how family bonds could fray so easily and what this new reality would teach us about love, acceptance, and finding joy in unexpected places. Imagine a scene filled with twinkling lights that dance against a backdrop of frosty windows, the scent of cinnamon wafting through the air. This is the scene that many envision during the holiday season, a perfect gathering of family, where love and laughter intertwine. Yet, beneath this picturesque facade lies a narrative that often goes unseen, one that whispers of heartache and exclusion. What happens then, when a child wakes up on Christmas morning to find herself alone? When the warmth of family is replaced by an emptiness that resonates through the silence, the meaning of togetherness shifts dramatically. This is a story of what it means to stand on the outside looking in, of longing for connection amidst the chaos of disconnection. Our family has always been a lively tapestry of distinct personalities, each thread contributing to our collective story. My mother, the heart of our household, exuded warmth and care that wrapped around us like a cozy blanket. She had an uncanny ability to sense when someone was feeling down, offering a comforting word or a plate of her famous cookies. Then there was my father, steady and dependable. He was the voice of reason in our sometimes chaotic gatherings. My siblings were vibrant characters in their own right, my older brother, fiercely protective, yet playful, and my younger sister, brimming with youthful enthusiasm and laughter. Together, we created a joyful, sometimes tumultuous atmosphere, a blend that made our family gatherings feel both exhilarating and safe. Over the years, our Christmases were marked by traditions that deepened our bonds. We would gather around a table overflowing with homemade dishes, each recipe holding a memory. Midnight Mass would see us singing carols, our voices harmonizing as we walked home under the starry sky. Our home would transform into a winter wonderland, each ornament on the tree telling a story of past celebrations. These moments shaped our holiday spirit, reinforcing our understanding of what it meant to belong. Each flickering candle held a promise of warmth, a symbol of our togetherness that seemed impenetrable, until now. As the holiday approached this year, however, an unsettling tension began to rise. Unspoken disagreements added a heaviness to our interactions, creating a stark contrast to our usual excitement. My daughter, blissfully unaware of the brewing storm, carried her own hopes for a joyous celebration. But when my family decided there was no room for her at their Christmas gathering, it felt as though a dam had broken. That swift decision shattered the foundations of our holiday joy, and with it, my daughter's expectations. Suddenly, the warmth we once knew seemed eclipsed by exclusion, leaving her standing alone, a heartbreaking reality that would unfold on what should have been a day of love. Imagine standing at a crossroads, where the familiar path of warmth and joy suddenly diverges into an abyss of loneliness and uncertainty. This was the reality that loomed over us as the holiday season approached, a time traditionally reserved for celebration, now transformed into a landscape of sorrow. With the countdown to Christmas ticking away, I found myself grappling with an unexpected darkness, one that threatened to eclipse the joy we had once associated with this time of year. As I took stock of the situation, I began to realize that the most agonizing struggle wasn't just for myself, but for my daughter, a child whose heart was now burdened by the weight of exclusion, left to navigate a world where family bonds seemed to unravel just as the holiday spirit should be at its brightest. In the quiet moments, when the busyness of life faded away, I felt an overwhelming surge of emotions wash over me. It was a mixture of disappointment, anger, and protectiveness. I had envisioned this Christmas as a chance to rekindle the warmth of past celebrations, but instead, I was confronted with the heartbreaking reality that my daughter would be alone. The anticipation I once felt began to transform into dread, each day drawing closer to a climax I wished could be avoided. I felt torn, caught between the desire to uphold family traditions and the instinct to protect my child from pain. The weight of that decision sat heavily on my chest, a constant reminder of how fragile family dynamics can be. Through it all, I watched my daughter's spirit dim as her excitement morphed into confusion. I could often see her longing gaze fixed on the decorations that went up around us, the tree adorned with lights, the stockings hung by the fireplace, symbols of a joy she felt excluded from. One night as we sat together, she quietly asked, "Mom, why don't they want me there?" Her small voice was filled with a mix of vulnerability and curiosity, a poignant reminder of her innocence. With each question she asked, I felt my heart break a little more. She didn't understand why, during a time meant for togetherness, she was being cast aside. It was a painful moment, as I struggled to find the right words to comfort her, while grappling with my own fears about the unraveling of our family circle. As the days unfolded, the emotional landscape grew increasingly complex. The once vibrant energy of our home felt heavy. Laughter was replaced with uneasy silence. Conversations among family members turned terse, tinged with underlying frustrations that clearly stemmed from something unsaid. My daughter, sensing the tension, began to retreat into herself, her laughter dimming as her youthful exuberance waned. I realized that she was absorbing not only her pain, but the weight of our family's discord. Each empty holiday cookie jar and untouched gift felt like a nail in the coffin of my hopes for a joyful celebration. The dynamics shifted, and the bonds we once took for granted seemed fragile, hanging by a thread. This emotional buildup propelled us into a Christmas morning filled with uncertainty, setting the stage for a heartfelt confrontation with the realities of love, acceptance, and the longing for connection. It was Christmas morning, a time that should have been painted with joy and love, yet a heavy fog of uncertainty hung in the air. As the first rays of sunlight crept through the frosty window, the anticipation that once filled the house was replaced with an unsettling silence. In homes across the neighborhood, laughter and the clatter of wrapping paper signaled celebrations in full swing, but in ours, an uneasy stillness reigned. The normally bustling world outside felt like a distant echo, as if reminding us that within these walls, a stark reality loomed. One little girl would awaken to a holiday stripped of warmth and family connection. It was a day that would test not only the spirit of Christmas, but also the strength of love and resilience in the face of heartache. As dawn broke, the house remained eerily quiet. The fireplace, usually a gathering point of warmth, barely flickered with embers, casting faint shadows against the walls. The tree, adorned with cherished ornaments, glimmered with a muted light, almost as if it mourned the absence of joy that typically surrounded it. Somewhere in the corners of the home, holiday decorations stood like silent sentinels, witnessing a new reality, where laughter had been replaced by a palpable sense of loss. I prepared breakfast in the kitchen, the familiar sounds of sizzling pancakes contrasting with the stillness. Every clink of the dishes echoed louder than usual, a painful reminder of the inevitable void we were confronting. I found myself checking the clock more often than usual, feeling a knot of anxiety tighten in my stomach as I thought about how our day would unfold. As my daughter stirred from her slumber, I watched her small figure emerge from her room, feeling an overwhelming mixture of hope and dread. Her sleep-laden eyes blinked in the light, searching for the familiar warmth of a festive morning that had now taken on an unfamiliar tone. When she caught sight of the tree, a flicker of curiosity crossed her face, but it was quickly shadowed by the realization that this year felt different, lonely. I knelt beside her, wrapping my arms around her small frame, and heard her whisper, "Is this what Christmas is like? Mom? Just us?" Her words hit me like ice. They were simple yet monumental, encapsulating the heart-wrenching truth of the moment. I could see her disappointment in those innocent eyes, and in that instant, I felt the responsibility of a mother to conjure up a spark of joy amidst the desolate surroundings. In that moment, I made a conscious choice to shift the energy of the day, determined to create a sanctuary of joy where none existed. Together, we decided to begin a new tradition, one that belonged solely to us. We adorned the kitchen with inexpensive decorations, repurposing old items to create a makeshift, festive atmosphere. My daughter's laughter tentatively emerged as we hung paper snowflakes crafted from discarded gift wrap and adorned the table with mismatched plates and homemade centerpieces. We played our favorite holiday songs, the music filling the empty spaces, slowly breathing life into the stillness. In the kitchen, we collaborated on a festive breakfast that included her favorite treats, fluffy pancakes topped with berries and whipped cream, a labor of love meant to replace what was lost. As we exuded laughter and joy in our cooking adventure, watching her sprinkle powdered sugar like a burst of winter magic, I felt a sense of hope return. This morning, though starkly different from those of the past, became a canvas where we painted our own story, a story of resilience, adaptation, and the power of love when faced with adversity. This Christmas was about more than gifts or gatherings. It was about redefining what joy could look like in the absence of tradition. As we shared our breakfast together, a deep satisfaction settled in, transforming our quiet morning into a celebration all its own. While the heartache of exclusion lingered in the background, we built our own memories, filled with love and laughter, carving out a space for our bond that even the shadows of isolation could not erase. Maybe, just maybe, this day could turn into a new beginning, one that would not only honor the spirit of Christmas, but also embrace the strength we found in each other. As the last remnants of Christmas Day faded into twilight, a profound realization began to settle within me, causing me to reflect deeply on the nature of family and acceptance. In a quiet, dimly lit room, remnants of our improvised celebration lay scattered. A faint echo of laughter mingled with contemplative silence. It struck me how swiftly the holiday spirit can transform, revealing both the darkness and the light that coexist in our lives. Each ornament we adorned the tree with was a silent witness to the layers of our shared history, moments of joy intertwined with threads of heartache. In that solitude, I found myself pondering a grim truth. Sometimes, the very people we cherish can unintentionally create divides that leave us questioning our sense of belonging. Yet, amid this confusion, there emerged a foundation that would resonate beyond the confines of traditional celebrations, one built on understanding, resilience, and the limitless capacity to love despite imperfections. This experience shaped my understanding of family in ways I had never considered. It became clear that family isn't solely defined by blood ties or holiday gatherings. It is a fluid concept rooted in connection and acceptance. My daughter and I discovered that the bonds we share could withstand the tests of disappointment and exclusion. I witnessed her grapple with the reality of being overlooked, but, in turn, embrace the power of creating her own joy. Amid our efforts to redefine Christmas, we forged a new path, one where joy emerged from the ashes of disappointment. We learned that acceptance is multifaceted. It's about embracing not only the joy of being together, but also accepting the hurt when it arrives. Emotions aren't linear, and our relationships can be messy, ebbing and flowing through the complexities of life. The strength we found in each other illuminated the truth that love and connection could indeed flourish in unexpected circumstances. As I reflect on our journey, I invite you, the audience, to pause for a moment and think about your own family dynamics during the holidays. How do your experiences shape your understanding of love and acceptance within your family? Have there been moments where exclusion or misunderstanding burdened your celebrations? Perhaps your own traditions evolved, or you forged new connections with those outside of your immediate family. Consider how adversity can sometimes unveil the essence of togetherness that remains even when the circumstances aren't ideal. What are the lessons you've gathered from broken traditions or shared experiences? How can those lessons foster a deeper understanding of acceptance in your own family? As you ponder these questions, I encourage you to embrace the value of resilience and the ability to create joy, regardless of the shape your family may take. As the final echoes of Christmas faded into the quiet embrace of winter, a greater revelation began to crystallize in my heart, one that had emerged from the layers of disappointment, resilience, and unexpected joy. In that transitional moment, where the last flickers of the holiday spirit danced delicately like the embers in the fireplace, I found myself standing at the intersection of pain and growth. This journey, which began in uncertainty, unfolded into a transformative experience that taught me invaluable lessons about connection, love, and the profound strength of the human spirit. It is so easy to overlook the deeper truths hidden within moments of struggle, yet, for my daughter and me, those truths became the very foundation of our journey forward. With every challenge faced, we discovered not only the frailty of familial ties but also the unbreakable bonds that can form in their wake. Our story started against the backdrop of an anticipated holiday, filled with warmth and laughter, only to be overshadowed by the painful reality of exclusion. As we navigated the complexities of family dynamics, my daughter faced the stark truth of feeling unmoored from her extended family. Yet, in the midst of disappointment, we forged a new narrative, one that allowed us to redefine the meaning of togetherness. With each effort we made to create our own traditions, we transformed a day that could have been overshadowed by heartache into one filled with joy and connection. Together, we learned that love could manifest in diverse forms, sometimes sprouting in the most unexpected places. Our journey became a testament to the resilience that flourishes even when circumstances seem daunting. Through simple traditions and heartfelt conversations, we unearthed what it means to belong, revealing that family is not merely defined by presence, but by the strength of connection forged through shared experiences. As I stand here today, I hope to impart a heartfelt message that transcends the holiday season. Life's challenges often force us to confront uncomfortable truths, but it is in these moments of vulnerability that the spirit of love shines brightest. We must remember that togetherness can be crafted in many forms, and within the tapestry of our lives, each thread, whether joy or sorrow, contributes to the depth of our relationships. So, as you navigate the complexities of your own family narrative, I urge you to recognize the moments when love prevails in the face of adversity. Embrace the imperfections, for they hold the potential to lead you to profound insights about acceptance and connection. Let your struggles become the soil from which the seeds of resilience and newfound understanding grow. Together, we can cultivate a world where love flourishes, even amidst challenges, reminding ourselves that true togetherness often emerges from the heart, transcending the barriers that life may impose. In the end, it is our ability to lift one another up, to cherish those fleeting moments of joy, and to embrace the profound connections we share that truly define the essence of family. As we draw the curtain on this poignant chapter of our lives, an invisible thread binds us all together in our shared experiences, those moments of joy interwoven with challenges that ultimately shape who we are. In every household, there are stories, some filled with laughter, others marked by tears, but each carries a weight that resonates deeply within us. Today, I invite you to step into the light of your own narratives, to explore how your journeys intertwine with the universal threads of love and resilience. What do you uncover when you reflect on the trials and triumphs surrounding your family? What lessons do you carry in your heart? These questions linger in the air, yearning for exploration as we all navigate The intricate tapestry of life with its beautiful yet complex patterns. Emphasizing the power of shared experiences, I encourage you to engage with us in this conversation. Share your own stories in the comments, those moments that illuminated your path or challenged your understanding of family. How have you transformed adversity into strength? Your reflections could inspire others, creating a ripple effect of hope and connection. If you found value in our journey, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe for more content that resonates with the trials and triumphs we all face. Together, let's build a community where we uplift and support one another as we explore the many faces of love and acceptance, one story at a time. Your voice matters, and we're excited to hear it. Join us in celebrating the beauty of being together, even when circumstances seek to divide us. So as we journey deeper into the chronicles of our lives, the powerful imagery that surrounds us can evoke emotions we often can't put into words. Picture a cozy living room adorned with twinkling holiday lights, each shimmering bulb holding the promise of warmth and connection. But within this inviting setting lies an undercurrent of tension, a story waiting to unfold that reveals the complexities of family dynamics during the most cherished times. The use of visuals in our narrative each serves as a window into the heart of our experience, capturing both the beauty and pain we often encounter in our quests for love and belonging. Imagine cameras rolling, capturing candid moments and meticulously framed shots that invite viewers to feel as though they're part of our intimate world.